Welcome back, guys. Today we're going to be looking at Battlefield Hazardzone, and in particular the blog post that was released shortly after the trailer was dropped. We're also going to touch on some of the points within the trailer, and we're going to just touch on some of the speculations that are going around the community at the moment, and we're going to address some of those issues. Now, guys, I hope you enjoy. The Battlefield just released the trailer for its Hazardzone game mode, and it also released a blog post on their official forums, and the basic census from the public is an overwhelming success with the Hazard mode, and it's seeming very much like a Warzone crossed with Escape from Tarkov, which I really love. However, there are a couple of differences. The most notable are vehicles. You are going in for an objective, which are the satellite dishes. You have to get there, get the intel, and get out. The game mode's going to be 4-man squads, and potentially up to 128 players on these 7 maps that are going to be released on launch. Yes, that means they will all be played on the 7 maps that will be released on launch that will be in the multiplayer. But there will be more maps added later down the line as they are into multiplayer. So you are a team of 4, and in the pre-game lobby you select your loadout, you select your specialist, and you also select your perks and your attachments and so on. When you get into battle, it is every man for themselves, every team of 4 for themselves to get that intel and get the hell out. There are going to be a select number of intel points that are going to be marked on your maps as hot zones. Now, these hot zones are where the intel is most likely to drop, although these drops can be completely random and drop in a lower hotspot area. Now, it's completely up to you guys whether you choose to hit the hotspot area or you choose to go down to the cooler area. But, as DICE have already said, fortune favors the brave. And if you go to the hotspot area, you have a more chance of getting higher tier gear, higher tier weapons, loot, and dark coins or dark trading coins, which are going to be the in-game currency to get your attachments, buy your upgrades, and so on. Now, one of the most notable things within the trailer is vehicles, and yes, vehicles will be a thing within the game, predominantly the buggy. Now, on that note, there is not much being said in regards to the vehicles like quads, little birds, or tanks. And I have a sneaky suspicion that these may be limited and dotted around the map in, let's say, 1 or 2 quantities. Now, this would actually make a very, very unique dynamic if that was the case. However, there is nothing saying as of yet that this will be the case, which is a real shame. Hopefully, as we get more intel and more information on Hazardzone as the game comes up towards launch, we will get more and more details into what vehicles, what weapons, and so on will be within the mode. Although DICE have already stated that everything from the multiplayer should be playable within Hazardzone. That just doesn't answer the vehicle question. 4 operational players are your 4 standard ones that you get within the game. However, more will be added later down the line upon full release, up to the 10 that they have stated they have got, and further on down the line as DLCs come out. As for the tactical upgrades and the gear and perks and stuff that you can get within game, DICE have stated there will be attachments, and they will also be things like extra throwable grenades. There will also be inside information, so you get narrowed down information upon where the capsule is going to land 30 seconds before it enters. You will also get Loadout Insurance. Now, this points us in the direction of the Tarkov-esque gameplay, where if you die in the battle, you lose your attachments, you lose your gear, you lose your clothes, you lose your weapons, you lose your attachments, everything that you take in with you, you lose. Now, whether or not that's going to be the case within Battlefield 2042, we're still yet to know. And fingers crossed this is the case, because this adds then an extra step, an extra dynamic onto the game that Battlefield hasn't really had before. And I think it could take it to a completely new level. You will also get negotiated bounty. which means you get a 50% extra boost on your dark market credits when you kill opposing forces. And I assume this will be picked up in-game, and they will automatically and randomly select another squad for you guys to go out and terminate. You'll also get things as well as quick draw holster, and this just makes it so swapping between weapons and reloading is probably going to be slightly faster, probably up to like 15%. Now, to insert into the game, you will just be airdropped in, and you will have to go and collect the downed satellite and receive the data drives. This is where one of the key factors come in. Where Tarkov and Warzone differ is Warzone you can call back dead teammates, but Tarkov you cannot. Before game, you using your dark market credits can buy a teammate revival, and these are such as support uplink, vehicle uplink, or redeploy uplink. So, the support uplink gives you a calling ranger, the vehicle uplink gives you the buggy, and the redeploy link gives you your teammate respawn. You can take one of those in with you before the raid, and during the raid you can also find them in there. So if one of your teammates goes down or 3 of your teammates goes down, there's a potential you can use that redeploy link to get your 3 teammates back. If they die again and you find another one in raid, you can get your teammates back again for a second time. However, there is no confirmed hard limit as to how many times you can recall your teammates once they are downed or dead. So to extract, as we've seen within the footage, is to be within a select area marked out by green smoke on the ground. Now, I am speculating here because we don't get too much information within the blog post, but there will be a timer for an LZ to be marked. Once that timer has essentially marked your extract, you will then make your way to the extract before a countdown starts ticking down to when you get extract. So you may have to hold off third position until you can extract. This means that you are open to attack. This means that you can still lose said data drives even though you are about to extract, and even though you've completed essentially the entire mission, you can still get wiped out and lose the drive. Does this mean that once that happens, that team can jump into that extract point and get out that extract point? That is yet to be found out and yet to be kind of announced by EA and DICE. Now, as regards to progression, you'll have leveling progression throughout. You will also have your drives that you've acquired stated in the center of your screen, and this will tell you how many drives in total out of every raid, every essential battle that you have made it out with. And the more you make it out with, the more XP, the more people you kill, the more XP you get. The general sort of, you do good, you get more XP. But you will also get dark market credits for the drives, which then allows you to get more perks and allows you to get more weapons and better attachments and so on and so forth. Now, this is where the whole looting system comes in, because if you die and you don't make it out or get revived or whatever, you lose your weapon attachments and stuff like that. This is going to make it key and vital to make sure you have the correct squad, the correct team form, and the correct specialist, along with every attachment that you will need, every single piece of equipment, whether it be grenades, whether it be a drone, and so on and so forth. Regarding how long matches are to last, the devs are saying anywhere between 5 to 20 minutes. Now, 5 to 20 minutes is actually a very short amount of time in comparison to very similar game modes like Escape from Tarkov, where the raids can be up to 40 minutes, in some cases just shy of 50. All consoles will be getting it, including PCs. You'll be able to play with up to 32 players in a 4-man squad, whereas Xbox One and PlayStation 4 will only be able to play up to 24 players. Now, there is one key feature within Hazardzone that I thank DICE for, And I really hope, because it's EA and DICE, I really hope they stick to their word on this one. And I'm going to look at you guys right here, right now, and I'm going to tell you, if DICE, you're watching this, do not freaking change this one. DICE are saying there are going to be no pay-to-win elements within the game. And hopefully that means skins, specific guns, vehicles, you know, just equipment, call-ins, drop-ins, whatever it may be. There is going to be no pay-to-win within Hazardzone. This is perfect, because we all know what Call of Duty is like, and the road skin, that was a pay-to-win. You bought that skin and you were either going to come top 5 or win, because that skin was busted. Now, DICE, I'll say it again, do not turn back on that, please. For the love of God, do never ever turn back on that one. You'll make a lot of friends that way. Now, there are much more things to come in regards to Battlefield Hazardzone. There are much more things to be announced, there is much more trailers and everything to be shown, but with the launch date of November the 19th coming up, that will be when Hazardzone launch is on the 19th. Not the 12th for the pre-orders, on the 19th, which means everyone starts at the same time and no one gets an unfair advantage and a head start. That's great. Thank you for that one. I've pre-ordered it, but at the same time, I understand how difficult it can be for those who come in and people are tiers above them, very similar to Tarkov. Hopefully during the coming months, we will get more and more information on Hazardzone, and when we do, we'll carry on doing videos, update videos, and we'll show you gameplay snippets and trailers that may be released in the meantime. So guys, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. It goes a long way into helping the channel, and it goes a long way to helping me put out more videos towards you guys. And guys, please don't forget to comment down below what your favorite feature within Hazardzone is going to be. Now, we're going to carry on putting out videos, like I said. We're going to keep improving for you guys, and hopefully we'll have more information in the coming few days. Thank you very much, guys, for watching, and take it easy.